strength, like that. So alloy is a combination of two or more metals. Okay, so that its properties can be improved and it will be having a wide range of applications. Some four important alloys. There are hundreds. Okay, you change the combination, it will get a new name. Some important ones, just as a purpose of example, I have picked here. First important alloy is the bronze. Okay, so when you mix copper and tin, copper will be majority in percentage, tin will be small. It is called as bronze. It is comparatively very hard. It is wear resistant and it can be cast or rolled. It can be converted into any shape. It can be converted as a sheet. It can be converted as a rod, etc. Brass. Okay, it is an alloy of copper and zinc. If you mix zinc with copper, it is called as brass. Okay, one point to be noted here is in brass, equal ratio of copper and zinc will be present. It is soft and ductile in nature, yet it can take up a lot of beatings. It has very good tensile strength. Whatever the stress you apply, it can take up, and it gives an excellent surface finish. That is why brass idols are famous. Okay, the surface finish will be very excellent. Okay, it is not corrosive. You dip it in water, it will never get corroded. Okay, but its electrical conductivity is poor. Why? Because copper is a good conductor, zinc is a bad conductor. Okay, so this is widely used in hydraulic fittings. Okay, pump linings, bushes, bearings, some idle like articles, etc. The third important alloy is gunmetal. It is a special alloy which contains 10% tin, 88% copper and 2% zinc. If you mix 10% tin, 88% copper and 2% zinc, it is called as a non-ferrous alloy. Okay, gunmetal. It is very hard in nature. It will never get corroded. You expose to any sort of atmosphere, it will never get corroded. It is used, sorry, it is used in boiler fittings. Okay, wherever you might we have studied about the thermal power plant where a huge boiler will be there, where heat will be transferred from coal to water. In such boiler fittings, gunmetal will be used, so it has a very good life. It will never get corroded. Okay, bearings, bushes, etc. Bell metal. It contains 20% tin and 80% copper. If you mix 20% tin and 80% copper, it is called as a bell metal. It is very hard and resistant to surface wear. Okay, it is used to make bell utensils, etc. You can see in temple bell, it is called as a bell metal, made of 80% copper and 20% tin. Like this. So first an application will be defined. What application you want the material, what are the properties required, and then you can just mix any number of metals to convert it into an alloy, and you can convert it to required shape. So this is about non-ferrous alloys. Any doubts in this? Okay, so finally, what are the applications of this non-ferrous alloys? Aerospace applications like structures, the entire aerospace structure. Okay, marine boat hulls, shafts, the rotor blades, that is turbine blades, etc., are made up of non-ferrous alloys, because marine applications, corrosion is a very big headache, right? In power generation sector like turbine blades, casing, etc., where always okay, turbine blades and casing will be in contact with salt water sometimes, so that it should never get corroded. Automobile sector like engine block, wherein liquids will be always in contact, various body parts, alloy wheels, whatever you see, they are all non-ferrous metals. In structure applications like windows, doors, some of the pipe fittings, electrical fittings, GI pipes, galvanized iron pipes, etc. And decorative items like show lamps, idols, bells, jewelry, etc. are made up of non-ferrous alloys. So these are some of the applications of non-ferrous. Please make a note of it. Okay. Next, now we have discussed about ferrous and non-ferrous. Ferrous metals and alloys are those which consist of some percentage of carbon. Non-ferrous are those which doesn't consist of carbon. So what are the difference between these two? The first point is ferrous metals are metals that contain, iron as its main element. Non-ferrous are those which does not contain iron. This is the first major difference. Ferrous metals possess high strength and are relatively of low cost compared to non-ferrous. Okay. So non-ferrous metals include good strength. Compared to ferrous, it will be lesser. Okay, and it will be easy to fabricate, relatively little bit costlier. You can just compare iron and copper. Iron is much cheaper than copper. Okay, ferrous metals are used in applications where weight is not the primary influencing factor. Like for example, you want to build your gate, you decide it so that it should have very good life, it should never get corroded. You will select SS, okay, which is a ferrous metal, stainless steel, right? So here weight is not a factor. Okay, same, you want to build a structure for a aeronautical application, say for example a aircraft, you cannot use same SS because weight is a very much influencing factor there. Your flight cannot fly if it is a very higher weight. Okay, so for lightweight applications which are used for various applications, non-ferrous metals are more preferred. Ferrous are always prone to corrosion. This is one of the major problem. Okay, non-ferrous materials are resistant to corrosion. Okay, so examples of ferrous are cast iron, wrought iron, steel, etc. Example of non-ferrous are